Hi, I'm Sandy,
And I'm Jim.
and today is
Our anniversary.
51 years. Welcome to Life with Sandy. Well, good morning. Oh my gosh, it's hot. Today is Saturday, July 2nd. We have a birthday, just one birthday. It is Michael's birthday, who's Andrea's husband, or is it Andrea? But Michael's birthday, and the name of Andrea's channel is Andy Rainey Losing My Jeans. So Michael, it's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Michael. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. And we also have an anniversary. It's mine and Jim's, or Jim's and I, or whatever. Recipes with Roy will correct my English. I think it's mine and Jim's. But I know it's my anniversary that I'm celebrating with Jim. 51 years today. Happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary to me. Happy, 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 happy anniversary. Happy, 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 happy anniversary. Here's to 24 more so we can make our 90, well, I'll be 95, right? In 24 years? Yeah, I'll be 95. That's what my goal, and I'll celebrate my 75th anniversary. Jim's grandmother celebrated her 75th anniversary the same year Jim's parents celebrated their 50th anniversary, and the same year Jim and I celebrated our 25th anniversary. And we had an article written up in the newspaper. Although they focused more on Jim's parents' 50th anniversary rather than his parents' 75th anniversary, which I think was a bigger achievement than the 50th. I mean, 50, don't get me wrong, that's quite an achievement. But 75 years, the whole article should have been about them. But anyway, I turned the air off before I left. It's a little warm out here. It's a little humid, muggy. But I need to get fresh air circulating in the house. But there's a little bit of a breeze now. Hopefully it's not whooshing in the phone. But I might let Jim turn the air on for our anniversary. Well, what a big person I am. Well, in more ways than one, but what a biggie I am. Today I wanted to talk about the correlation between commitment to a marriage and to a diet. I have to tell you that Jim and I have been together 55 years, because we met in January of 67 we met. And we dated until we got married in July of 71. But of the 55 years that we've been together, I can honestly tell you I have not been in love with Jim for the whole 55 years. Don't get me wrong, I've always loved Jim. But there have been periods in my marriage which is true of all marriages. If you really have a good, solid marriage, you're going to have some ups and downs along the way. I don't care if people say, oh, we've been blissfully happy, it's my soulmate, we've been together forever and ever, we've never had a fight, we've never disagreed. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. Because how can you put two separate individuals that for the most part are completely opposite in some things, not all things, but some things you're completely opposite. Jim loves black and white movies. I like comedies. Jim doesn't like to read. I love to read. Jim likes to hunt. I don't like to go out to the big outdoors like skiing and all that. I don't like doing that. Jim's idea of a vacation is getting up at the crack of dawn and leaving. My idea of a vacation is sleeping in until its body naturally wakes up and then you can leave. Completely opposites. So, but the true commitment of a marriage is just to realize that you're going to have those little detours along the way, and you just got to fight through them. Same with the diet. When I'm really doing really good on my diet, I'm in love with my diet. And I know you shouldn't call it a diet, but let's face it, it's a diet. Anything that affects the way you eat is a diet. You can use the word in a bad way or you can use it in a good way. I tend to try to use it in a good way. unless I'm off rack. If I'm taking a detour, then I don't like it in a good way. But when I'm doing really well, I'm really following my plan, really doing everything I'm supposed to do, I'm in love with my diet. What can I have today? This is going to be so good. I'm going to have this and this and this and this, and I am so in love. And then a donut appears. The temptation of one donut. The little devil on your shoulder saying, it's only one donut. What's it going to lead to? So now I'm not so much in love with my diet. I still love my diet because I know it's getting me to where I want to go. But I'm thinking, let me listen to you for a quick hot minute, and I'm going to have that donut. So then you have the donut. Oh, it tastes so good. But then it releases some armies in your body that say, now we got her, attack, attack, attack. It's like the Trojan horse, that it snuck into your body. And then all that sugar goes to all your different cells, and they're going, we want more, 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 more. And so then you just kind of keep feeding that monster inside you. And you're feeding it and feeding it and feeding it. And then before you know it, you're completely off plan. And then you're not in love with your diet anymore. Now, you still love your diet because you know that you felt better when you were on your diet. And you just need to remember that when you were in love, how good you felt. And the same with marriage. Now, I've never strayed. I've never cheated. I've never done any of that. But I've got discouraged. I've got mad. I kept thinking, what's he talking about? What? No, this is not what we agreed to when we got married. And then I kind of think, I don't know that I'm so much in love with you anymore. But I know I still love you. I know there's something in you. So I can't let the little Trojan horse inside me get to the point. We've all had arguments. We've all had disagreements. We've all wanted to do something one way and not the other. I know that they say marriage is a compromise. I'm not so much on a compromise. I really am not. To me, a compromise is somebody losing their way. That's just how I feel as a compromise. I know that's not the right way to look at it, but that's how I look at it. If Jim and I both, like if I want to go spend $1,000 on something, and Jim wants to go spend $1,000 on something, and then I say, okay, I'll compromise with you this time. You can go spend $1,000. No, I don't like that. I lost. But that, to me, is not a compromise. So, I think what it is, my idea of a compromise is saying, okay, I'm going to give you this one, but I get the next one. So I guess maybe that is a compromise. I don't know, but kind of lost my train of thought on that. I was going along Edie on that train track. Edie loves to follow trains, her and her son. They love to follow trains. Roman, they love following trains. But get me back on track, Edie. You've seen enough trains to know I need to get back on track. But well, maybe I should ask Roman, because he seems to know more about trains than you do, I think. Although I know you know a lot. But anyway, to me a compromise is just one person giving in to the other. And that's what marriage is. So maybe that's my idea of a compromise, is just giving in to the other. That's like a debate. If I'm really firm in my beliefs and you're really firm in your beliefs, you're not going to convince me and I'm not going to convince you, but you might convince somebody else. That's my thought. I got about 5 birds on my lawn. They're beautiful. They're all different species too. They get along. Why can't we all get along? These 5 birds get along. Until the bully bird comes. I know, it's not a bully bird, it's a black bird, but no, they're a bully bird as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, if you stay with somebody long enough, you can see them all through the different seasons. When the spring of our romance, Jim and I did everything together. We were like that. We did everything. We never needed to compromise because we agreed with everything each other said, because we were in love. And then during the summer of our marriage, we're still in love, but you're kind of going through some battles along the way. Then you go through the fall of your romance. And that's when you really have to fight. That's when you really, and that's the same true of I'll get to that. Fall is like when you really got to fight to stay together. It's so easy just to say, I've been doing this for the spring and summer of my life. I'm not going to do this for the fall and the winter. But then you really got to reflect back on what the spring and the summer brought you to get you to the fall. And then you fall back on that, and then they'll get you to the winter of your life. And in the winter of your life, you get past all of the flaws. You just really do. It's just like, I am so used to now that when I say something, Jim's going to say, excuse me, and then I'm going to have to repeat it. I know that. I know that for a fact. I know that Jim's going to have to do things for me, like help me with my balance, that he didn't have to do when we first got together. But now he has to take my arm and hold me up and stuff like that. So we have to do that. I'll be right back. That was David. He was wishing me a happy anniversary. Anyway, but like I said, when you reach the winter of your life, then that's when you really see all of the challenges that you faced through the spring, the summer, and the fall, and realize that you were glad you stuck it out. You really are. Now, I'm not saying that all marriages work that way. I know. I have had that experience in my own family, that people haven't lasted. And it's for the better. It really is for the better when that happens. If you truly, truly know that this is just not going to work. But if you fight through it, and you can get through it, you can make it to 51 years like I did. And like I said, your diet is a lot like the seasons too. In the spring of the diet, you're all gung-ho. You're following it to the plan. You're following it to perfection. You're doing everything you're supposed to do. And then in the summer comes along, and okay, I'm still in love, I think, with my diet, but I don't know. And then the autumn comes and you just think, I've been doing this forever. Is this really worth it? I don't know. I mean, I had good times in the spring, but now here comes Jim. I had good times in the spring and I had good times in the summer, but now the fall. And then the winter comes and you think, you're running out of time. Let's get back on track. Let's remember what we felt in the spring of our life and when we started this plan. And then that'll get us right to where we want to be. So I got to move here because here comes Jim. Let's move over here. Otherwise, he's going to run me down. He's going to run me over. So I think I got a heel spur from all my walking. Because when I stop and stand on it too long, it hurts. But then once I start walking again, I am fine. Let me put you over here. Oh, got to move the flag. Let me take the flag out. I'm very patriotic. I have flags everywhere. I just love my flags. But anyway, I just think that we need to just look at the diet as whether you're in love with it or you're just loving it. If you're just loving it, if you remember why you were in love with it, it'll get you back to where you started. It really will. And I really do believe that. And I think that's true of marriage. I think that as long as you realize that you're going to have some hard times. Jim and I have had hard times. We've had difficult times. We've had times where the one year he had to work out of town for a year, it really came at a very opportune time because we were like in the autumn. Well, it really wasn't the autumn. It was really the summer because it was in the 80s. We got married in the 70s. But we were having some difficulties. We really were. And I think that when he had to work out of town, we appreciated each other for the good qualities of the other. That doesn't mean to say that I don't have bad qualities and Jim doesn't have bad qualities. We're human. We're going to have things that we're not going to get along and agree with. But we fought through it and we made it. 51 years. Who'd have thunk? The day we got married, it was 103. 103. I had a long sleeve dress on. Bought my dress in the winter. Should have known better. Should have known I got such a good deal. There was a reason for it. But like I said, we started with nothing, and look at, we have a beautiful home. We have a beautiful family. I have a beautiful life. Had some struggles along the way, but learned things about myself, about our marriage, about a lot of things, just by hanging in there. So. Okay, I thought Jim was going to come and join me, but I guess not. Maybe he doesn't see me here. I don't know how he missed me. Talk to you soon. We're trying to get the best angle,
Yes.
but it's not working. So Jim is back. So here's my gift that he's given me. So here, let me switch. Jim's got to hold the phone now. This will be a He's trying to give me the receipt. Hold it so that we're both in it. You got to be in it too.
Oh.
There we go. Here's my card. Give me my card. Here's my card.
I'm not real good at this.
Right there, you're perfect right there.
Okay.
Sandra, that's what he calls me.
It's your name. It's on your birth
I
certificate.
don't call you James.
I never told you not to.
Happy anniversary.
I was going to get a serious card, and I seen this card, and it
Suits us.
it actually describes us.
You and I like cheap seats and good eats and no fuss and just being us together, which is so true. Maybe it's not fancy, but I love this life we share, and with all my heart, I love you. Love, Jim. Why didn't you put James? That's your real name.
I always sign it, Jim.
Me, you too. My cards I sign Sandra when I give it to him. And then he got me my rose.
Red rose.
A red rose. Thank you. We figured it out. Okay, I don't believe in cards. But, what'd you just say, Jim?
You got me a
I
card.
got him a card at the dollar store. I only paid 50 cents for it. You probably paid more for my card.
Couldn't tell you.
But the envelope is left over from Oliver's birthday because I didn't have an envelope that fit. Don't rip the envelope.
Huh?
Don't rip the envelope any more than it already was.
Why? What makes the difference? You gonna reuse it? Not now.
Not now.
For my husband on our anniversary. I have been blessed with such a good man as my partner in life, and I want you to know that every little thing you do out of love for me makes every anniversary we share even sweeter than the last. Happy anniversary. Love, Sandra. Me,
Sandra.
you too.
Sandra.
Yes.
As much as I don't like writing that out. Did you see how I stuttered on it? See how it, look, I show you. I stuttered on the
A.
RA. It was a stutter right. See? It was so hard. Ooh, what is it? What is it?
I don't know. It feels like it could be a box of bullets. But you wouldn't know what kind of bullets.
I wouldn't know what kind of bullets to buy, no.
Dakota Watch Company. You got me a watch?
Can you believe it? Jim who always uses his phone all the time.
Very good. Is that the right time? Yeah.
It's a belt watch. Show them the watch. Jim used to have a belt watch, but for some reason he doesn't have it anymore.
It broke.
It broke? Well, now you got another one.
Now I got another one.
For when he works.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
All right. Here comes Mr. Nook, who has how many subscribers now, Mr. Nook?
63.
60. I thought you had 69 this morning, I thought. Have to check again. And there's Dan Wardo.
How many before you start getting money?
Happy anniversary.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Surprised Danny doesn't want the card back, because look at 51, and then you can move it to 52, 53. I've never seen a card like that. Pretty neat. Okay, for my brunch today, I'm going to have a turkey sandwich with some cucumbers, some avocado, and some strawberries. My quote is, a long marriage is built by two people who believe in and live by the solemn promise they made. It's a 6-point brunch, 2 points for my bread, 1 point for my 2 ounces of turkey, 4 points for an ounce of provolone, 0 for my avocado, berries, cucumber, and tea. 6 points. Let's go eat. Okay, we finished this book yesterday. James Patterson's The Black Book by David Ellis. My bookmark with my hummingbirds. Isn't that cool? Anyway, very good book. Like I said, I think David Ellis actually wrote the book. But it was very suspenseful, and believe it or not, I didn't figure out the ending until almost the end, which I usually can figure them out before that. But it took me a little bit to figure it out, and but it was a good book. I would recommend this book. Now we're going to go on to another James Patterson with Nancy Allen, The Jailhouse Lawyer. This one's a little bit thicker. This one, let's see what it says it's about. A brilliant young lawyer sworn to keep her clients out of jail ends up there herself. In a picture-perfect Erba, Alabama, the most serious crimes are misdemeanors, speeding tickets, shoplifting, contempt of court. Then, why is the jail so crowded? And why are so few prisoners released? It's hard to read with my glasses on. Sorry about that. There's only one place to learn the truth behind these incriminating secrets. Sometimes the best education a lawyer can get is a short stretch of hard time. All right, and then this has got a lot of pages. So I figured I'd read this for the holiday weekend because this one is like 400 and some pages. Let's see how many pages. Oh, wow, it's even more than I thought. What is that? 561 pages. So we'll see how that book goes. But this is the new one I'm going to be reading. I'm going to be going outside to read. It's hard for me to read the covers on these books because I don't read with my glasses on. Because I have bifocals, but I don't use them for reading. I don't know why. I know I got to get the glare out of my eyes. There. I just find that it's easier for me to read without my glasses. When I had my cataract surgery, I've said this many times, I had the choice of being able to see perfectly and then have to wear glasses to read, or that I had to take my glasses off so that I could read. I decided to take my glasses off so that I could read because it's just way easier, because then I could just clip them onto my shirt and then I'm all set. Whereas if I had to look for my glasses, I'd have to wear those little chains. Oh, I got some guacamole on my arm, my hand still, for my, not guacamole, avocado, for my lunch, brunch, whatever. So I'm going to end the video now because I'm going to go outside and read. Then Jim and I are going to go to the Olive Garden for dinner tonight. I told you that the steakhouse was, or the chop house that we were going to go to was closed for the holiday weekend. Danny gave us a gift card for Olive Garden, so dinner's on Danny. But I think I'm going to get, which is high in points, but I'm going to have it for my dinner tonight and my lunch tomorrow. It's a chicken tortellini in Alfredo sauce, which is very high in points. Very, very high in points. But I'm going to split it in half before I even start it. I'm going to have one breadstick, and I'm going to have a bowl or whatever it is they bring me of the pasta fagioli, which is my favorite soup at Olive Garden. And then I'm going to have an iced tea with it. It's a celebration. You're allowed to go a little bit off on a celebration day, but tomorrow I'm going to get right back on track. But if you're new to my channel, please subscribe, leave a comment, hit the like button, share if you think somebody might like to see it. Always stay safe, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow.